My favourite type of shoe is a pair of boots.
Airwalks.
Converse. A pair of G-Star raw boots. Vans.
Hey, I put some new shoes on and suddenly everything's right. I said, hey, I put some new shoes on and everybody's smiling. It's so inviting.
Everyone has their favourite pair of shoes, and with over 43 million pairs of shoes sold each year in the UK alone, that's hardly surprising. For some people, these everyday necessities can be a painful experience, but for others, it can become an addiction.
I've got a funny little thing where I kind of hide shoes, which is a bit of a problem. I've got them stuffed in all sorts of drawers and cupboards. I probably own about, be close to 100. I love shoes and I notice people's shoes, and if people have got bad shoes on, that's a crime against fashion for me. I really think it ruins the whole look, and I sort of judge people on their shoes. It sounds awful, I'm very shallow, but I do notice what shoes look like, and they finish off an outfit for me.
Well, I have to have a sensible shoe now because I'm older. I have to have like a lace up or something. We used to wear stilettos when we were 16, 17. And they had like a screw underneath. I had an accident with my feet 20 years ago. I fell off a step and my foot went the other way. So for 20 years I've had a bad foot. So they gave me some shoes to wear for so many months, moulded. And these are the shoes. But they didn't do any good.
Shoes are not always just for looking stylish. For some people, footwear is essential for their workplace.
You've got to have the right shoe for the job. So if you're standing up all day, you don't want to be in a pair of high-heeled shoes or a pair of shoes that are very floppy, the very flat ballet pump types. If your job entails that you need a sort of bit of a high shoe to look smart for your job, then don't live in them all day. Work, get a flat pair to get to your office and change in your office.
I have to wear steel toe-cap shoes to protect my feet from falling items, i.e. stillages were full of steel parts, or items that come off the back of wagons when we're offloading wagons in work. They are compulsory, they're part of our personal protection equipment. We have to wear them, if not we get disciplined. They're very uncomfortable. You can have various types, but they are all uncomfortable. They're very heavy. Walking in them is a nightmare. You can get training shoes, boots, various colours, even the lightweight ones, which are also very, very uncomfortable. Everybody complains about them. A lot of people put inner soles in them to make them more comfortable.
With an ever-increasing market, the public have more choice over where to shop. So, how are retailers competing to keep their customers coming back?
We've certainly got a wider variety than a lot of other retailers, and our prices are more competitive. For men, it's probably the work boots. They sell really well. On women's, we sell a lot of long boots and wedge shoes. For kids, it can range from practical school shoes to the more funky styles of boots that we do, like the DMs.
Over recent years, both independent designers and major retailers have been producing more unique styles of shoes, targeting a more specific audience as people try to find their own style.
Our best-selling pair of shoes are a black 1460 painted leather. The target audience is anybody that's been with the brand since we started in the 60s, right down to a 5-year-old child. We have rolled with the times, we've rolled with the fashions. We've become potentially a little bit more mainstream, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. The more alternative type designs started being produced approximately in the 80s. Dr. Martens had seen that a lot of subcultures, maybe in the hippie movement, maybe some of the punks were drawing on designs to customise them, because Dr. Martens stands for individuality, so we thought we would sell them like that.
The cheapest I've done was about 20, and then I can go up much further, say 40 or even more for something more complex in design like those, because of the amount of work that goes into it and the time especially. The favourite pair is probably the Sherlock pair. It's really, really simple design, really nice graphics. So there's one for each episode of series 1, so that's a Study in Pink, and then the Blind Banker and Great Game, and the London skyline with Baker Street. So it's just nice bright colours. These are a bit faded now, but really nice simple design.